Hey everyone, this is Darvina from Darvina Plays with Scissors, and I just wanted to do some fall things today, some fall projects, because I love fall, and it's only, about a week away. So we are going to use a couple of things today. I wanted to use the Gather Together bundle, which is the stamps and the dies. And then I also wanted to use the tree from Life is Beautiful. Life is Beautiful doesn't have dies to match. So I'm kind of like, mixing it together with our Gather Together bundle today. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I wanted to show you how to do today was this Thanksgiving tag. If you wanted to, you could just not stamp this and go ahead and write in your guest's name and use it as a place card at Thanksgiving. But I would like to use it as a tag. So let's go ahead and get this started. I went ahead and cut out the pieces just to make it a little bit quicker because my videos tend to go long. But this basically is the Ornate Layers die. It is the long rectangular one that just has a bunch of little holes around the side. And I do believe this is 2 by 4 inches long. I'll have the measurements in the PDF. Don't quote me on that. I really don't remember off the top of my head. So this is our base. Like I said, I just cut it out. And then I want to go ahead and layer it with some crumb cake, piece of crumb cake cardstock. But if you'll notice on the finished tag, I did emboss it. So let's go ahead and we're going to emboss it with our Woodland embossing folder. So let me move this out of the way and let's get our cutting and embossing machine. And because this embossing folder is not 3D, you'll notice I'm going to sandwich the plates a little bit differently than I normally do. So if you look on plate 1, it explains that embossing folders, this is used with a 3D embossing folder. But if you don't have a 3D, you're going to sandwich it this way. So it's going to be number 1 on the bottom, and then you're going to sandwich the folder with your cardstock in between the 2 number 3 plates. So that's what I'm going to do today. Let me get rid of the number 2 plate. And I just want to put my cardstock in. And I really like this look with the little branches coming out like that. So get my bottom number 3, place my embossing folder, and then my top number 3. And then I'm just going to run it through. And as you can see, it's embossed. Very pretty. Oops, dropped it. Okay, so now we have our first layer. So on the back, I'm going to use my tape runner. Now normally I have my Stampin' Seal Plus. The problem I found the last couple of classes I've done, the Stampin' Seal Plus is so strong, it's actually torn my paper. So I think I only want to use that when I'm creating boxes. But I don't have any Stampin' Seal regular. But I do have this 3M tape runner from previous projects. So I'm just using that until I run out. So there we go, we have that layer. Now, what I want to do is, I love these plaid leaves. This paper is the Plaid Design Series 6x6 paper. And yeah, I absolutely love this plaid. So what I want to do is I want to kind of create a little shadow around it. So I'm going to take my sponge dauber and I just can place it on my finger just like this. And I'm going to take my early espresso ink and then just grab a scrap sheet of paper so that I can wipe off the excess. And then I just want to go around the edges with this as best I can. I can't get all the way in between the leaves, but I am getting around the edges well enough to create a bit of a shadow. So now when we place it, you can see I've got some dimension there. So we'll do this one as well. I love that look of a little bit of distress. Gives you a bit of a shadow. So pretty. Okay, so those are done. Put my ink back. Now I just want to place them on here however I want to do it. So we will put my tape runner on the back. I'm not popping anything up today. I'm not doing any dimensionals, you'll notice. I just don't think this project really needs anything like that. Normally, you know me, I love dimensionals. Let's go ahead and put that right there. Perfect. Now, I cut these out with our Gather Together pumpkin dies. We have two of the same with the doubles, but I used the single pumpkin and then I used one of these doubles, just like that. And I used the metallic, the brushed metallic cardstock that Stampin' Up! Sells, and I ended up embossing the stamp. I used the stamp. Where's my stamps? I used the pumpkin stamps, this one and that one, and I used Versamark, and then I embossed it with black embossing powder that I have. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell black, but from what I've found, I was talking to my sister about it the other day, and she mentioned that StazOn black will ink up this brushed metallic cardstock just fine. I was using the Memento and it was smearing and it wasn't drying and it was just a hot mess. So that's what made me emboss it. Otherwise, when I do it again, I will try the StazOn black, which Stampin' Up! Does sell, and see if she was right. I trust her. I'm pretty sure she was right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get our pumpkins added. So I'm just going to get this guy and put him off to the side like that. And then, you know what? I did kind of fib a little bit. I do want to pop it up. So let's see. Do I have any? Yeah, I have one left. So I'm going to pop up the smaller pumpkins. I do like the way it looks. So here, I will just pop them up. So there we go. So now what's left is our white piece of paper. I did not cut that out. So let me find some white scrap paper. I know I have some. I always have white. Here we go. We've got I'm assuming it's probably about an inch, inch and a half long. Let's see. I mean, not long, wide. Yep, it's an inch. So it's 1 inch. And then I think I did about 2.5 inches long. So let's go ahead and cut out 2.5 inches. And then what I want to do is I believe it's called a banner punch. And I want this one just on one side. So let's go ahead. And I'm just going to flip it over so I can, oh, you know what? I have it locked. Let me pull that back out. Let me unlock it. Put it back in. Turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. Line it up as best as I can and punch it out. So now I've got a little banner right there. So now this base card paper was actually Pretty Peacock. I love Pretty Peacock. So I want to go ahead and match the ink. So I am going to stamp, oh, here's where we are going to use the Life is Beautiful too. I want to stamp it with the Thinking of You sentiment. So that is right here. Grab my little block. Oh, it's upside down. Not that that really matters, right? Okay. So I want Thinking of You. And I kind of want it off to the right a little bit because I need room for the little bow. So putting it off to the right. There we go. It's a little crooked, but that could easily be turned over and done again if you really wanted to. But I don't want to take up your time, so we're going to go ahead and leave it crooked. Clean off my stamp with my really, really dirty chamois. Put this back. Oh, it's not there. It's over here. Put this back. And then we shall glue it onto our card or our little tag. So we'll put it right about there. Oops, you know what? Well, we're going to put it here. This one, I brought it all the way over to the side, but we're just going to put it here. So now what I want to do is I want to grab our suede, faux suede actually, early espresso ribbon and make a little bow. So, come on. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get it through the, there we go. There we go. So now I will cut it just like that. And then we can place it over here. Yeah, just like that. So let's go ahead and get a glue dot. I love these glue dots. I want to put it this way. And just put it right there. Oh, so there we go. There you have it. There is our tag. And like I said, you can always leave the sentiment off and just write in your guest name and use it as a place card at Thanksgiving if you want. Anyway, that's that. I hope you enjoy creating it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.